Welcome to my suburb profile for this week. And I'm shooting from my back garden because in light of what's going on with social isolation, I just felt it was, the least I could do. So I don't really do a lot on Western Australia, but I thought it was worth taking you to the Kwinana Precinct, and that's part of metropolitan Perth. And whilst my business primarily focuses on regional centres, from time to time places pop up on my radar, and I thought, this one's worth a mention today. So the precinct in Kwinana has much to offer, I think, both home buyers and investors. Its standout features are its affordability. It's got great yields, it's got falling vacancy rates, and the population is growing. It is the cheapest precinct in the Perth metro area, and suburbs range in Kwinana from around 190,000 to mid 200s. Now, its highlights include access to key job nodes. It's got train links to the city, access to nearby beaches and green space like the Spectacles wetlands. Kwinana is part of the massive western trade coast industrial area. Now that provides employment for some 11,000 people and contributes, say, about $15 billion to the local economy per annum. That is constantly expanding, and it's creating more jobs. And let's hope that those jobs are still going to be there, of course, in light of what's going on at the moment. Now, one of the key factors that complements that growth has been the opening and production of the lithium plant, which in fact is the biggest plant in the world. Now, the LGA, the local government authority, it is relatively new. It was only formed back some 8 years ago in 2012. Now, since then, development has included things such as residential areas, schools, retail precincts, community facilities, and public transport. So with the opening, they've got two train lines now, two train stations, I should say, and that is on the Perth to Mandurah train line. Now, the precinct, in terms of demographic, does have a relatively young population. It does feature a high proportion of children and teenagers. It is well serviced, I will say, by a wide range of educational facilities. Of course, these would be both private and public sectors. They include Gilmore College, Kwinana Christian School, and St Vincent's Catholic Primary School, and there's also two TAFE colleges. Now, in terms of my property data and my research, it does tell me that Parmelia is the standout in the Kwinana precinct because of its rising sales numbers. So some moderate price growth in the last 12 months of 3% on a rental yield of 5.8% and a median house price of $250,000. Now, other suburbs in the Kwinana precinct that have strong yields include Medina, and that's at 7.4%, and it's got a median price at $190,000, and Leader, now that's got a yield of 6.7% and also a median house price of $250,000. So look, at the moment, I think cash flows, as I've said before, is king. These are areas that are worth considering, particularly when we're looking at the returns on investment in banks in the sort of the ones to low twos with term deposits. Obviously, be careful and look at your own personal circumstances with your employment in light of what's going on. But I think, again, I'll say for super funds, please get independent advice for your particular situation. But yields are great, and I think they are certainly worth considering. So today's wrap on the Kwinana precinct over in Perth in WA. Stay well, stay safe as always. Take care. It's Philip Robison of Philip Robison Property saying bye for today.